Hello and welcome to Impact Yobe. Today, we are at the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. As a matter of fact, I'll be speaking with the youngest commissioner in the cabinet of His Excellency, Buni. He's none other but Honorable Architect Ahmed Buba. It is good to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. And as a matter of fact, we meet again.
Yes,
for the last time. Yeah. But before we begin proper, I want to say congratulations on your 176 houses purchased by the Yobe state government from the federal government, ranging above 2 billion. Can you walk us through that massive project quickly?
The project was constructed during the Muhammadu Buhari term as the president, but unfortunately it was abandoned and people could not get access to it because of it being very, very expensive. Okay. So as a matter of fact, His Excellency directed us to go and have a discussion with the federal ministry, and luckily for us, we kind of reached a bargain, which we at a later stage agreed, and we procured about 176 of the houses, though it was 208 in total, but unfortunately we still have about 36 left, which we're still we're still negotiating, because they're still contracts. So they have to revoke the contracts before we purchase them. So we started with the 176. Then later on, we are still working towards getting or purchasing the remaining 36 to make it a total of 208.
All right, with 176 houses, Nigerians watching right now will start wondering what is going to be the outcome when this whole project is finalized. Why I'm asking this question is because Nigerians are always very keen to know what happens when projects like this come into play. Because the argument always is this project revolves around the high class and it doesn't get to the end, user. People who cannot afford it per se might not get access to it. So what exactly are we looking at with the framework of these purchased houses?
Yes, I would say I have two answers for that. Okay. One, yes, I know there is this concern about people thinking that most of these houses are being given to the people at the level at the top. But unfortunately, that is not the case in Yobe. Okay. Let me start with the procured houses. The intention was to give it out to people to address housing deficits in the state. Okay. Since the coming of His Excellency on board, I would say that, and I can even brag anywhere I've been to, no government since the creation of Yobe State has built 2,350 housing at a go. He did that, and the good thing of it is that each and every local government, the 17 local governments we have benefited from that. All the 17 local governments we've built, ranging from 50, 20, the houses were built across all the 17 local governments. That is not even enough. So the reason, as I said earlier, why we are purchasing that one is to at least address the housing deficit that we have in the state. Okay. So the intention is we are also going to allocate it across MDAs and across individuals. And it's even too much for it to be shared at the top level.
All right, can you take us through the mortgage plan of what if it looks like in case people want to buy? What is the process that has been instituted to allow for easy payment? Is there a mortgage plan for it? Like, okay, you're going to pay an amount for the length of 30 years, 20 years. Do you have a framework ready for, such acquisition?
Yes, there is. As usual, I'm talking from the first experience we had. Okay. As I said, the 2,350 houses. The plan is one. Okay. If you're a civil servant, it will be deducted from your salary. Okay. There's a certain percentage that would be deducted from your salary. Right. Then if you are not a civil servant, a plan is given of payment up to 15 years. So gradually you'll be paying 15 years, which is very, very affordable to quite a lot of people. So the plan is there, and we're also using the same method. If you want to offset your payment, you can pay it upfront. Okay. So, and I don't know, from the first scheme we have, His Excellency at some point even end up giving 50% discount to people to make them kind of afford it and to give them ease in buying the houses. So I don't know if he would apply the same, but even with that, I believe people will be able to afford it.
Honorable Commissioner, can you give us an overview, give us a broad explanation of your current state of housing and urban development. Like what exactly is happening right now in this sector in Yobe State?
You know, when people say Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, in most of the instances, we are assumed only to focus on housing alone. Okay. And outside that, we do quite a lot of projects. And the mandate of the ministry is that we have to be involved in each and every public building project from inception to completion. So we give services ranging from supervisors, supervision, or giving us supervisors, and then we have to vet all the drawings and bill of quantities that are being produced from outside the ministry. And then at some point, we also have to, would be the one to initiate the drawings. So the ministry is quite doing well, because I don't want us to limit ourselves only to the housing sector. As I've earlier said, we've built quite a lot, and we still have projects that are coming up. Okay. In terms of collaboration with the federal government, we have, of recent, I believe somewhere around last year, the Minister of Housing is here in Damaturu to perform the groundbreaking of the renewed hope housing estate of initially, it's a planned development of 1,000 housing, but he has done a groundbreaking of 250 housing. Okay. And the state government's commitment is giving out 50 hectares of land for that development. And as I'm talking to you now, we still have, of recent, provided 100 hectares for the Federal Housing Authority, who are also coming here to do a 1,000 housing development. Okay. So we are also looking, these are some of His Excellency's role. Okay,
talking about urban development in Yobe State, what is your dream of what your realistic urban development would look like to attract investors into Yobe State? What is that plan on ground currently that if it takes off, people will be glad to come and do business here, because you know infrastructure is very key for economic growth? So what exactly is your plan in that regard?
Yes, thank you very much for this particular question. This is something I'm keen about. And coming on board as the Honorable Commissioner, one of the challenges we have is that in Yobe State we don't have a board or authority or a certain body that controls development. It's just a department with the ministry. Okay. So as I'm talking to you now, we've already forwarded our bill for the establishment of Yobe State Planning Development Authority. Right. And His Excellency has given the green light. And with that, of recent, we've started enforcing people to start adhering to development controls, because there are certain plans or development that take place without the ministry granting them the permit. And this is what we are doing in such a way that it will make the state to look better and to attract coordinated. Then on the other aspect of the state government, trying to develop the state, as you can see of recent, we're doing a lot of over renewal, trying to upgrade the roundabouts that we have across the state. Also the new flyover that is under construction, and we're doing a lot of beautification, at least also to expand the state and make it more attractive to people.
And that also takes me to the point of, leisure in Yobe State. In other states, I know this is a northern state where certain things are not allowed here, depending on the rules guarding the constitution of Yobe State government. But Nigerians will be wondering, if I have to go to Yobe State to go and live there for a while to do business, and I want to have leisure, do you have plans to, develop an urban style of leisure place? Maybe like a park, a leisure town, where people can come and relax on a weekend with their family. Is there any plan in the pipeline right now to, bring about such development in Yobe State to give it some kind of beautification?
Yes, to some extent.
I see how relieved you are answering that.
Yes, because at the moment, yes, we are on the process, okay, and trying to see to secure approval from His Excellency. That is, we have a planned development that we call Green Economic City. Damaturu Green Economic City. So as you're talking, I'm laughing and thinking. And that is a planned development that consists of the residential, commercial, and leisure sites. Wow. So from the commercial aspect, would have all the building material market, farmers market, and quite a lot of things there. On the residential, we are going to have about 100 units of 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom houses. And then on the leisure aspect, that's the recreational aspect, we're going to have the sporting area, we're going to have parks. Okay. I believe this will be the first one in Damaturu. Wow. That would be first public park, a recreational park where people would come and do. So that's a development in the pipeline, and very soon we are going to secure the approval and move to site and start.
All right, let's talk about investors now. You know, for example, in other states, you have when investors, expatriates are coming to a particular state, their concern is security, where they will stay to do business. Do you have plans in your urban, works to have residential areas reserved for foreigners when they come here to do business, where they can be secured enough? Because they are watching now, and knowing how Yobe State has been able to pull off from the insurgency over the years and how they have come to this level of development, people will still be interested to know how well investors can come in and settle in well. Do you have plans in your urban pipeline to include them in the picture when they come to do business here?
Certainly, we have plans, and apart from the plans, Yobe State, as you know, is relatively secure. I don't know from which part you came in. Is it from Maiduguri? You've seen how lively the state capital is. So we already have areas such as the GRA, which are quite habitable and people are secure, who you can easily build there and stay. So as long as they have the right documentation, I don't think they would have issues.
To Home Commissioner, let's talk about technology now. Talking about urban development, you can't take out technology. The rise of AI right now has brought about a sense of sanity with how things are being done. Are there any plans to install technological, drive, initiative to bring about the urban city of your dream in Yobe State? Can you walk us through if there's an ongoing discussion going on with tech companies? Are there partnerships in the pipeline to bring about such development to give Yobe State that facelift we are looking forward to?
Then yes, I believe, as I said, I'm an agency, I'm a ministry on my own, but then there are other relevant agencies like the YIDA, who I believe are also in charge of that technological aspect. Mine is just to bring out plan and then for them to
see how they can fit their own into it.
So I believe that is being taken care of by them. It's not something that I can't
entirely
disclose. Yes.
Okay. Whether we like it or not, we can still talk about urban development with how telecoms has been responsive in Yobe State. Currently, would you advise other telecoms to come and do business here? Because I recall some people would complain and say most of their networks are not so vibrant in the state. It's an urban city. So you are the Honorable Commissioner. Do you have plans to, strike collaborations with other tech companies to come here and give us mobile services in case other people are complaining of mobile services that can bring about sanity in the urban sector?
Yeah, I believe when you go around the 6 urban areas that we have, which is Damaturu, Gujiba, Gaidam, Patiskum, Gashua, and Guru. These are the 6 urban areas we have local governments. So these are places that I'm sure one will not say that they don't have access to network. And even in addition to these 6, I believe all our 17 local government areas are accessible, as well as they have access to internet, maybe except if there's a room for improvement. Okay. I believe that is something other agencies that are actually in charge of would discuss. Yes.
You are the youngest commissioner in the cabinet of His Excellency Maimala Buni. Are there other things you want us to know about your ministry that people will look forward to?
Yes, thank you very much. There's quite a lot, though we have limited time to discuss. Although in the process of our discussion, I've said quite a lot of them. I don't know if it is important to mention. As you can see, we are in this office is a temporary rented apartment of recent. His Excellency has granted us an approval of building our new office site, which has reached a significant level, and hopefully by the end of this year, we are moving there. So I have to appreciate him for that. And quite a number of things he has assisted in terms of employment. Of recent, I've requested for the employment of professionals. These gaps were created as a result of retirement, debt, and other things. So he has equally granted us that approval, and we've employed quite a number of staff. And our role extends beyond the housing projects that people think. So we've been involved in quite a number of projects that are being handled by quite almost every MDA, I would say. Okay. So that is something to be proud of.
I see you all the time, and I see a man who is very determined to make it happen for Yobe State government. And talking about height is because people see you sit down. You're a very tall man. And what sports did you engage in when you were growing up? What was that sport you were so active about? Maybe in your secondary school or primary school. Can you just walk us through that?
Yeah, there are two. One is basketball, and then the other one is football.
Oh, really?
Then in football, I'm very good at goalkeeping.
Oh, goalkeeping?
Yes.
You don't like participating on the field?
No, I'm not, yes. But then in basketball, I was quite good, and I participated quite a lot.
Do you have a favorite football club currently?
Definitely.
What club is that?
Arsenal.
Arsenal Football Club.
Yes.
All right, then, before I let you go finally, and are there other fun things you do to relax apart from work? What do you do to relax as a honorable commissioner? Like when you want to chill, what is your most ideal relaxation moment?
Seriously, I just get into my room and lock myself.
Really?
And relax.
Really?
That's the only thing I do for relaxation.
I wanted to ask you this question. Are you a tea or coffee person?
I'm a morning person, but I'm none when it comes to tea or coffee. I'm a water person.
You're a water person?
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful time talking to you.
Thank you
for giving us all the overview. All right, thank you very much. You heard it from the horse's mouth. Of course, the youngest commissioner in the cabinet of His Excellency, Maimala Buni, walking us through all the plans that housing and urban development has for Yobe State government. You heard about the Green City coming soon, talking about leisure for those of us who might be coming to Yobe State to come and settle. That is also another area you might be looking for. And that brings us to the end of this episode of Impact Yobe. Today, we've witnessed how the Yobe State government is transforming the dream of affordable housing into a living reality. Be sure to join us again as we continue to share impactful stories of progress and achievements from the pride of the Sahel. I am Marco Tabo. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.